and welcome. And to all of you that are watching through YouTube, welcome as well. We have both broadcasts going this morning. And so I'm excited about this broadcast. It's a good one. The 5 biggest mistakes with wanting revenge. And so how many of you can truly say that's a struggle with you, revenge? We're going to talk about this morning. I'm going to be very transparent because a lot of us are struggling with wanting revenge. A lot of us are wanting, God to pay them back quickly. And so we're going to talk about that this morning. And so if you're not a subscriber to the channel, please go ahead right now, YouTube, and hit that subscription button. Good morning, Miss Congeniality. God bless you. And to all of you here on our Instagram, Real Talk Bella. All right. To all of you that are here this morning, I'm excited. So listen, come on and share the broadcast. Share it on your page. I'm excited to those that are coming in. Good morning, Bree. Good morning to Shura. P. Dillard, good morning. I'm excited about everyone that's coming on because we're going to really deal with the subject this morning that's very important. Revenge. Now, how many of you can be honest and say, Carrie, I want payback? Okay, let's just keep it real. I want payback for the hell I had to go through, for the hurt I had to experience, for the backstabbing, for giving my heart to somebody who hurt me. All right, so Real Bella, I'm trying to watch it on YouTube. Okay, awesome. Meet us there. You don't see us on YouTube? Oh, you got to go to our YouTube channel for Abundant Life Nation. Hopefully you can see it. I see different ones that are on right now seeing it. Let me make sure that I can see it on the page, and then maybe you're on the wrong channel. So let's make sure. Yep, we're on. We're on live. All right. So if you will, come on and share it this morning. We'll give a few minutes for everybody to get in. And we'll have a great broadcast. Good morning, Latoya. Good morning to you, Keisha. Oh, she said, got it. All right. All right. I'm glad you got it. Now, what I want all of you to do, if you can, is share it. All right. Let me get rid of this one here because this is going to be a really, really good broadcast, guys. It really is. And so if you will, come on and share it on your page that you may govern. All right. We'll clear that up in a little bit. Oh, I love the music. All right, guys. CC, how you doing? To all of you, good morning, good morning. Alabella, good morning to you. Annabella, all of you. Ashley, good morning. So listen, as the audience build, we're going to ponder a question this morning, and I want you to really think about it. I want you to really think about it as we bring the music on down. Revenge. Today, we're going to deal with the subject revenge because if we be honest with you guys, is it just me or does it seem like God is taking his sweet time in paying back our accusers and those who hurt us? It seems like God is not giving the justice that we want them to have. Now, I'm real, and my talk is going to be real this morning. We're not going to sugarcoat it, but I really want to know how many of you feel like God is taking his time. Hey, from Kenya, good morning, Liz. We all over the world this morning. It's an honor. But how many of you can be honest and say, Carrie, that's my biggest struggle. I did what I was supposed to do. I was married, or I was in a relationship, or I was on a job, or I had a good friend, and I trusted my friend. But then they were jealous of me for whatever reason, or they saw my niceness as a weakness, and they took advantage of that, and they hurt me. They used me. They abused me. And so we're going to talk this morning and have a real talk about revenge, but really get into the 5 reasons, that you shouldn't want revenge. That, the 5 biggest mistakes for wanting revenge. Because there is a mistake, okay, when wanting revenge, even though it seems as though, I want to get them back. And let's be honest, it's hard to turn the other cheek. When, they say turn the other cheek or pray for those who despitefully misuse you. New York is in the house. Hey, Cheryl, Ashley, all of you. But who can be honest and say, Carrie, I have a problem turning the other cheek. I have a problem praying for the one who has hurt me. I have a problem praying for my baby daddy who refused to pay child support and he refused to help me with these children that he created. I have a mother, a baby's mother, because some of these mothers are trifling too. And, let's be real. She won't let me see my kids because she's using it as a pawn, use my children as a pawn, as a tool to hurt me. We're going to talk about it this morning. And so, as we said earlier, if you're on YouTube and you have not subscribed or either here on my channel on IG. If you haven't subscribed to me, please hit that button. So when I go live, you get the notification. As I stated last week, we're creating the new channel on YouTube for Abundant Life Nation, Carrie Pope Television. We're creating that, getting it ready. But until then, I'm here with my lovely wife, Rebecca, on her channel because she's doing a phenomenal job this past month with her broadcasting. And so I want you guys to just be a part of our Abundant Life Nation family. All right, let's pray. God, I glorify you for this morning. This is a message that's really going to hit to the core of who we are. Our anger, our rage, vengeance that we want upon those who have offended us. So this morning, God, bless this message. Let it fall upon good ears and great heart and good soil, that it can penetrate and it can grow in love. This I pray, the nation said, amen. The nation, amen. The nation prayed and say, amen. So let's talk about it. Revenge. So what exactly is revenge? Let me pull up a couple of things I want to get into this morning that's going to help you. So what exactly is revenge? And why do people feel the need to want to get revenge? Why do you feel, Instagram, that you want revenge? And YouTube, why do you feel that you want to pay someone back for hurting you? Is it because it seems like they won? Is it because they left you for dead but forgot to check your pulse to see if you were really dead? No, what it boils down to is people, we want revenge because we think it'll make us feel good. We feel as though, and I'm going to say this, we feel that we've been attacked and that we suffer unjust loss at the hands of someone we trusted. You know, when someone who, you're not close to says something about you, it doesn't really bother you as much as it does that person that you know, that you love, that you trust. I posed a question one time, why is it that in relationships, we can become lovers after being friends, but then in the relationship, we destroy each other and now we're enemies and can't stand each other? Why can't we just break up and come to a mutual understanding that, hey, it just didn't work? Instagram says, morning, Carrie, want the person to suffer because they put me through hell. Yes, that is exactly. And we feel like it's going to make us feel great. Thank you so much for saying that. Because if we be honest, man, I want so badly. I remember going through so much hell in my life, and I wanted the person to hurt, to feel what I felt, and then some. I wanted them to know what it feels like to just be broken inside. I wanted them to know what it feels like to step on me like a doormat and walk all over me. I felt that. But then I was brought up with, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, and I will repay. And I said, I trusted God to bring back the vengeance. But I found out quickly that God was taking too long. God was sitting over here like, filing his nails, whatever he was doing, while my enemy kept doing more and more. Can anybody attest to that? You can say, Carrie, I feel you on that one. I feel like God was just letting people have a free will on my life. I felt like God, especially, someone said, I see a lot of you saying my ex. And what's crazy is no one knows you better than the one you were in love with or currently in love with. And so who better to hurt you than someone who once had your heart? Can I get an amen? You mean they made me feel like nothing. They stepped on me, spit on me. All these things took my weakness and used it against me. Ebony says, because sometimes we think if we feel what they feel, we'll apologize and understand. These jokers they're not going to apologize. Some of you are waiting, say, oh, I just wanted an apology. Baby, hell will freeze over for some of these jokers. Apologize. Okay, but what does that mean? Does that mean that I stop living because they tried to kill me emotionally? Do I stop trying to be who God created me to be? See, the 5 biggest mistakes when wanting revenge is, first of all, getting you to act out of character. See, many of you got to understand something. Why did they fall in love with me in the first place? And they said, well, you know what? There's something about you that is just so powerful and so unique, and you're different from everyone else. But then turn around and use that thing, your weakness as kryptonite to break you down. I think about Samson and Delilah, and one thing about Delilah was she had the gift of comfort. I can't remember anybody ever been around someone who had the gift of comfort, and what she did was she wanted Samson's weakness. She wanted to know where his strength lied. See, many of you right now have been in relationships where people want to know what makes you tick, what makes you so happy, what makes you unique. In other words, what's your weakness? What makes you the person that has a uniqueness? And so you begin to tell people your insecurities, your weaknesses. Now, let me say something, and this is going to crack you up, but a lot of times men, the reason why a lot of men are upset and they got the red pill or the men going their own way movement is because they have given their heart to a woman at some point and she crushed them, and his manhood was just crushed, and now he's wanting payback against all women totally. Oh, I'm not expecting most men to say anything, but that's really the reality. If men can be honest and say she hurt me, it doesn't make you a punk, it makes you real. When a man can truly go and get therapy, and he's with a therapist and saying, I gave my heart to someone and they abused, and as a man, I felt like they robbed me of my manhood. But see, men don't want to talk about it. They just rather punish women. They'll rather take out their punishment on the next woman for what the last one did to him. But revenge is something that you must let go, because what you got to understand is this. It takes you out of your true authenticity, puts you in a category really of death. Let's be honest. I remember when I got so angry of an incident that happened many years ago. I recall a situation where this guy that I thought was a good friend of mine slept with someone that I loved dearly. And when my father told me what was going on, and I didn't want to believe my father, because as a man, you don't want to think that someone you love is out cheating on you, out having an affair on you. And I remember this particular night, and I testified about this before, some of you may have never heard this, but I remember this particular night when I was just at my lowest, and the guy said to me, "What's wrong, Pope?" And I said, "Man, my dad just gave me some news that's disturbing. And the news is, my person is sleeping with someone, and it's not good." And he said, "Well, if I was you, Carrie, I would follow him. I will follow her wherever she's going to see who she's going to see. And then, you'll know if it's true or not." And I remember, later on, when I confronted her about the situation, she, confessed and all this stuff about, the affair. But when I found out who the person was that she was with, it was that same ninja that told me, if you want to know where she's going, follow her. Now, that's some low down ish right there, guys. When somebody tells you to follow the one you love to see where she's going, and she's coming to see him. So once all that came to me, I wanted to kill him. I wanted I had plotted in my head, and see, I'm real. So y'all don't want to talk about your moments of insanity, excuse me. You don't want to talk about that. I could be real. I remember when I was thinking about having him meet me on 316, and I was ready to take him out. Had the shotgun in mind, going to pull up at the back of a pickup truck while somebody else is driving, and while we're on 316, just take him out. What are you saying, Carrie? Is that what God wants? Listen, guys, I need y'all to chill with the God stuff when you're pissed and you want revenge, because you don't want to hear nothing God has to say. You don't want to hear no scriptures. You don't want to hear no prophecies. You just see blood. Can I get somebody to say, you're telling the truth? That's it, Carrie. When somebody has truly hurt you and you want revenge, you're not trying to quote scriptures. You're not trying to get deep. You're not trying to have a prayer visual. No, you want to cause somebody to go to hell. You want to send to hell with gasoline draws on so they can burn instantly. See, I need some real people to talk to me this morning, because I was making a mistake by wanting revenge, because it was taking me out of my authenticity, and it was making Carrie become somebody that he was not, a monster. Some of you right now have been eaten up with revenge, and it's caused you to become a monster, meaning somebody you don't know. So I wish somebody be real with me this morning and talk with me. She's 1,000,000,000%, Carrie. That's it, Doc. Because when you have really been hurt and you are at your lowest and you have these conversations, okay, I don't know about you, but I had a conversation with God, like, God, how in the hell did you let this happen to me? I pray to you, I preach for you, I serve you, I sing, I've cast out demons, I've done all these things, and how dare you let this happen to me? Come on. Can somebody tell me, Carrie, that's how I felt. How did God allow me to go through this when I was a great wife? I was a great husband. I was a great partner. I was a great co-worker. I was a great friend. Come on, what's your story that you feel like right now, I just got to let it go, but letting it go seems like they got away. Can I get a witness that it seems like when you let go, it feels like they got away with it. Like they gotta pay for it, God. They gotta pay for it. Just for me to turn the other cheek seems like they got away. Tippy said, I feel you right now. That's it, Tippy. And come on, let's be honest, guys. When you say, vengeance is mine, said the Lord, I will repay. It's like I said, it's like God sitting over there filing his nails going, oh, okay, well, it's not time to get them back yet. And you over there crying and mad and about to go. And see, God is saying, but Carrie, you don't understand. There's 5 reasons why you wanting revenge is a mistake. And there are 5 biggest reasons that you got to chill and let vengeance be mine. Because see, God's vengeance is not like our vengeance. See, God knows how to get them so to the point that it kills them when they see you. Oh, somebody better hear me. But see, we got to get there. Somebody say, I got to get there, Carrie. I got to get there because you don't understand. I see red. I see red. I see red. And here's another kicker. Why does it seem like they're prospering in the midst of their mess? Tiffany, can you understand on Instagram? Why does it seem like the person that has hurt you is actually prospering and you're still catching hell? But you're still praying. You're still saying God's words. Here it is. Your ex has remarried and you still single because you say, I can't find anybody to love me, but they found somebody. But they treated you like dirt. Some of you right now have coworkers that you know are low down and backstabbing. See, let's be honest. We have real conversation with God. Somebody says, well, I was taught never to question God. The devil is alive. God and I have conversations. And I look for answers, although he doesn't give them to me. You ever talk to God and there's like silence? There's just straight silence where God is saying nothing. And he allows them parade in front of you. They parade the new house in front of you, but now you had to go get an apartment. They parade the new car that they're driving, but you got to catch the bus. They're parading their new outfits, but you're having to go over to Salvation Army or over to the Goodwill because you can't afford it because them jokers won't pay child support, but they left you with 3 kids. Somebody needs to talk to me. See, this is real talk. See, you can't get to abundant life if you want revenge. Because you can't do it. It will not happen. So the first reason, the first biggest mistake that you make in wanting revenge is it takes you out of your character. It makes you no longer authentic and it creates you to become a monster. Payback. Okay? I want you to hear me this morning. Some of you, let's be honest. You're sitting there and I want to say something to you. I don't know who this is for. But God is saying it's time for you to get rid of those items that your ex gave you because there's too many memories in it. There's too many memories entwined in those items, whether it's clothing, jewelry, pictures, whatever it is. You must clean house today because it is still holding a spirit on you. Okay, so I don't know who that is for, whether it's Instagram or YouTube, but one of you, a few of you, whoever it may be, you have to go in and, hey, look, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Because let me tell you how this thing works. The moment you see it, it takes you right back to when you received it. It takes you back to a certain spirit. And I'd rather get rid of it than hold on to those past memories that are no good. Okay? The second biggest mistake you make with wanting revenge is it makes you barbaric. It makes you become something of a killer. And what I found out is whatever you think on the longest becomes the strongest. So if you're thinking about revenge, you're going to find yourself actually doing it. And in your doing it, it's making you no better than the person that hurt you. As a matter of fact, it makes you worse. Wait a minute, Carrie, what do you mean it makes me worse? Because it made you become somebody that you're not. It's barbaric. It's not right. If I could be honest, let me give you what I like. This what I wrote down that Martin Luther King said, and this is going to bless you. Martin Luther King said this right here. In Exodus it says, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, hand for a hand, foot for a foot. to punish your offender. That's what the Bible said. You know, many times we say, well, the Bible said, well, yeah, but Martin Luther King says, but if you respond to the old law, an eye for an eye, it leaves everybody blind. Because you got to remember something. If you hurt them, you're only going to reap what you sow. So the second reason is you reap what you sow. The first reason is you lose your authenticity. The second biggest mistake is you're going to reap the very thing that you sow. So you're trying to pay somebody back for hurting you, but not realizing you're only setting yourself up for somebody else to pay you back in a different arena. So there's this vicious cycle that keeps going. Anybody hear me this morning? And so the best revenge, according to Frank Sinatra, is massive success. You want to piss somebody off for real, survive what they did to you and become successful. Oh, my. Carrie's living that right now. I am living a successful life because of my resiliency to get through the hell that I was taken through, and I survived greater than what I went through. So listen to me, guys. The best success, the best revenge is massive success. I remember it was said to me, he came to me with nothing, he leaves to leave with nothing. What? And I'm working my butt off to build a dynasty and a legacy. And you know, when you go through divorce, that's when the realness comes out. Somebody don't hear me? You don't hear me this morning. So you're sitting there trying to plot how to pay somebody back. This is what you do. You take that anger and you fuel it towards being successful. Don't listen. I remember that I was told by my wife, and she says, you want to get somebody back, be successful. I remember Rebecca told me, I'm like, girl, go to hell. Go there now, because I'm pissed. I don't hear your mouth. I don't hear nothing. But see, God has people in your life that'll speak to you when you don't want to hear. So, success. Number one, you lose your authenticity. Number two, you reap what you sow. And if you want to get successful, if you want to pay them back or be revengeful, become very successful. Nothing hurts worse than the person that hurts you see you rise above the mess and you're successful without them. Some of you watch me right now. The person said to you, you're nothing without me. You're nothing without me. And for the moment, you bought into it. For the moment, you bought into that crap because you gave them all of you. But then from the ashes, as a phoenix, you rose to the top and you became this unstoppable person, still full of love. Okay? I need y'all to hear me. Still full of love, but you're wiser. See, I was naive. I'll be honest with you. I was naive. I could be honest and tell you, I was a naive black man who thought that everybody was nice like me, who thought that everybody had godly principles like me, who thought that everybody would give like me, who thought that everybody had a big heart like me. And I found myself giving my pearls to swine. Do any of you fit that category that you can say, Carrie, I found myself giving myself to people that did not even deserve my attention? Somebody don't hear me this morning. They didn't even deserve to know my name. But I gave them because I was naive. And so life had to teach me some valuable lessons. Everybody's not worthy to be in my company. Everybody's not worthy of my love. Some people, it's best not to even know. Okay? I want you to hear me. One of the mistakes I made, and it's going to be in my book, is I married my girlfriends because of my programming. My programming said that you can't date or have sex outside of wedlock. So instead of me just dating, having sex, and asking for forgiveness, I ended up marrying my girlfriends, which really, the divorce was really a breakup. Oh, I can't get any help up in here. And because of my religious programming, it put me more in hell than keeping me from hell. I wish somebody would say, man, I wish I had just had sex, knocked the rocks off, and went to the altar, then went to the altar saying, I do, knowing I should have not, because I was married to someone that God did not want me to be married to. See, my problem was I married my girlfriends because my programming told me you cannot date, you cannot have sex, you cannot do these things. And it's, you know, you want to sanctify God in the eyes of the people, so you must get married. So I walk down the aisle, I do, taking vows to the devil, knowing I should have never, ever done that. But because, again, I need y'all to hear me, of my religious programming, because I thought about it. I didn't ever have girlfriends, guys. I had wives. Because of, again, I grew up in church and the way I was programmed said no. From my first one till now. I'm married. Now, Rebecca was is what I call my wife that I married. I loved her to death. But how many you can be honest and say, Carrie, I married my boyfriend? That's right. Religious programming can be, it will destroy you. And let me say this. I got a video coming up, and I also got a series coming up. We're going to do a workshop on religious programming, because programming is designed to keep you within a certain parameter, and it helps you judge yourself. And so I began judging myself, and I found out that my biggest problem was what? In this case, religious programming, which kept me in this vicious cycle. And now I want revenge, but it takes me from my authenticity. But then I got to realize I reap what I sow. So I got to make sure I don't sow wrong seeds, because you pay somebody back, it comes to you. Monica said the doctrines of demons. That's it, sweetheart. Religious programming is the doctrine of demons. And guess what? We're taught that it's the will of God, and we sign up for it, we put ourselves voluntarily in jail. And some of us grew up, if you grew up like me, it was my culture. So my religious culture grew me into who I became. And I just found myself in this vicious cycle. That's why we teach abundant life. And I refuse to teach you how to get in hell and stay there. And I'm going to teach you how to get out of hell. All right. Some good stuff. All right, guys, this is some good stuff. Are you enjoying this? So number one, the biggest mistake is you lose your authenticity. Number two, you reap what you sow. All right. But check this out. Number three, you add to the crime rate of society, or the way society operates, when you find yourself wanting revenge. Watch this. Did you not know that homicides went from 20% to 60% because people paid back those who offended them? Homicide. In other words, revenge drives up the crime rate. You hurt me, I kill you. I was talking to someone yesterday. We were talking about a case in where this over in Rockdale County, not Rockdale County, excuse me, Clayton County, where the 14 and 16-year-old, back in 2016, revenge was paid upon two innocent people as a message sent for somebody else. See, with revenge doesn't always get the person that hurt you. It gets some people close to them. So did you not also know that a lot of revenge is because of these school shootings with these bullies? It's because the person has been bullied. So now they're going to pay back the whole entire body of people for a few bullies. Here's another one you didn't realize. That when President Trump was elected, the reason why he was elected president is because the middle class white society, and this is facts according to the Washington Post, the middle class white working body, the middle class whites, they were mad because they felt like the Obama administration focused more on the LGBT, what do they call it, the lesbian groups, the homosexual, the gays, or the blacks or minorities, and didn't focus upon them. He was the result of revenge for having a black president that focused on everyone else except the white society. That is according to the Washington Post. You can get mad with me if you want to, but it's in writing. So what you got to remember is when you choose to do revenge, guess what? You cause spiritual revenge psychologically and emotionally. Okay, so number three, when you seek revenge, it brings about physical, psychological, and spiritual devastation. You pay dearly when you try to hurt somebody and pay them back. Can I be honest with you? I don't know if you've ever been like me, but I have found myself before being consumed with rage and anger to the point that it had me talking ways that I don't talk. It had me cursing, knowing that I'm not a cursor. I don't cuss like that, but it had me cussing. It had me raging. One of the reasons why I didn't own a handgun back then, because I probably would have used it. See, somebody be real with me. You can say, Carrie, that's it. When I found myself psychologically just pondering in my brain, it started to affect me. I started losing sleep, couldn't rest. It started affecting my appetite. I lost my taste for food. It started to affect even my making money, because I found myself not focused on my job. Because psychologically, all I wanted was payback. And God knows it's worse when somebody that you work with lie on you, and you got to see them jokers every day, and they still try to say, how you doing? Can y'all talk to me, Instagram, YouTube? Can you talk to me this morning? When that person that was a coworker look in your face and laugh? Now, let me tell you something, Rudy, about karma. See, karma doesn't lose an address. I want you to write that down. You post this today. Karma doesn't lose an address. What does that mean? The person can move to another city. The person that hurt you can go and find themselves trying to move, but karma, which is payback, will always find their address. That's one of the three biggest mistakes, or five biggest mistakes, excuse me, of you when it comes to revenge, is karma doesn't lose the address. So again, they go back to you reap what you sow. But number three, psychologically, spiritually, and emotionally, it consumes you to where you lose yourself. Yes. Thank you, Brooke. Broke but bougie said, haven't seen Carrie in a long time, but I like this new look. He looks younger. Girl, I'm younger because I'm living in abundance and I'm living free because I gave up the wanting revenge and I let God be God. I need you to let go psychologically and spiritually today of wanting somebody to pay back, them to be paid back in revenge. I've seen God pay back the people that hurt me. But you know, the biggest way he paid them back is them losing me. See, people don't miss the water until the well runs dry. And, this whole thing about the grass is greener on the other side when it's really astroturf. It's not even grass. So some of these people left you for the woman across the street, for the man across the way, got over there and found out that he had 9 more people just like you. And now they want to run back. But guess what, baby? The door is closed. What the devil meant for my ruin, God meant it for my good. Ruby said, hell yeah. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. You got to understand that they lost the greatest gift when they lost you. See, I didn't realize that at the time, but as God began to let me sit back, waiting on him to bring about judgment, he was working on me. That's one of the biggest mistakes that you got to realize is patience. When God said, vengeance is mine, said the Lord, I will repay. Oh, listen, boo, he means just what he say. He will repay, but he doesn't repay it the way you want it repaid. The way God repays is by making you successful, by making you look younger, more vibrant, by making you look better than you did when you were with them. Because you know what? Let me share with you something, guys. See, you were struggling with weight loss when you were with them, right? But the moment they dropped you to the curve, you went into a state of depression. Now, remember, the Bible said all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So watch this right here. So you were struggling in the relationship with weight loss, but then he left you or she left you. You lost weight through depression, but you found yourself. But when you came to yourself, you were 40, 50 pounds lighter. Wait a minute. What do you mean, Carrie? You were 40 and 50 pounds lighter. So when they were struggling with you, when they was married to you or with you, now you fine as wine. But guess what? I had to go to hell to get here. But thank God for the hell. Because you know what? This right here, the way I look and feel, I need somebody to get happy with me. Can say, Carrie, you're telling the truth, because they didn't want me when they had me, but when they lost me and I got myself together and started looking better and started loving me, all of a sudden now I became the most valuable thing on earth. But guess what, baby? No longer will I cast my pearl to the swine. You had your chance and you missed it. You messed it up. So sit on the sideline, drink your Coca-Cola, eat your popcorn, and watch the show, baby, because the show looks good. I need somebody to say, man, you preaching right now. I need somebody to stop wondering when is God going to pay them back, and you start looking in the mirror and start fixing your hair, start fixing your face, start going to the gym, start smiling and say, you know what? That hell you took me through, oh, you about to live in it, baby, because you got to see me glam before your eyes. You're going to see me glow up with the blow up. Come on now. Somebody got to understand. They don't want you when you're broke, but they want you when you come up. See, I love what God is doing. So number one, don't lose your authenticity. Number two, karma doesn't lose its address. You reap what you sow. Number three, there's a psychological, spiritual, and emotional strain that happens when you want revenge. There is some comfort in killing that which has hurt you, but it is cold comfort. It'll destroy things inside of you that the original pain wouldn't have harmed. Laura K. Hamilton said that. See, that's the third thing psychologically. When you want God to pay, when you want them to get payback and revenge, it kills things inside of you that the hurt would have never hurt, would have never touched. That's why it's invited. That's why it's so vital, guys, that you don't make the mistake sitting back plotting revenge, that you just let go and trust God. I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but if you can let go and trust God, you won't make one of these 5 biggest mistakes in wanting revenge. Number 4. Are you ready for this one? This is a good one. Calculating and carrying out revenge is foolish, self-defeating, and even stupid. I like this right here. Confucius said this. He said, before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 ditches or 2 graves. Remember that song that says, if you dig 1 ditch, you better dig 2, because the ditch you dig for me may just be for you. Listen, Confucius said it best. If you are going to go down, embark upon this journey of revenge, that grave that you dig for that person, you better dig 2 of them, because one of those ditches and one of those graves, you're going to find yourself in, because you're trying, you're going to kill stuff in you. So it's just plain stupid to want to pay back somebody who's not even worth your attention, because your ego is hurt. Because that's really what it is, your ego. It's your ego that is hurt. How dare you do this to me? What makes you so precious? You chose your Judas. And when your Judas betrayed you, why you want to kill your Judas? You chose your Judas. If I can be honest with you, the ones that really have hurt me to my heart, I chose them. I chose my girlfriends to be my wife. I chose my friends to be my friends, to make them close to me so they could see my weaknesses and my struggles. So why should I get mad at them? I chose them. I chose my Judas. See, y'all don't want to be real with this morning. See, you want to say, I didn't choose. Yes, you did. The moment you gave it up, you made a choice. The moment you lay in the bed with them, you made a choice. The moment you befriended them, you made a choice. The moment you told them all your heart and your weakness, you made a choice. So in making that choice, baby, own your own stuff and say, my problem is I'm too trusting before I vet. So you know what? I should have vetted properly before I gave them me. And I didn't. I was burning in my pants. I was itching. I was twitching and itching, and I needed a fix. And so I ended up sleeping with them, or making them my wife, or making them my husband, and I had a child by them. And guess what? I got to own that. But the moment you own it, it's the moment God said, now let me show you how all things work together for your good. Woo, I need somebody to just put your hand together and say, God, I'm starting to see something. Now I'm starting to feel this anger lift. Because if I can be honest with you, somebody had something happen this very weekend, and you were like, no, I'm getting them back. They're going to pay for what they did to me. And here it is. This message comes today, and you're like, really, God? So you're going to let this man tell me I can't even pay them back? Yes, sis. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. That's what I'm telling you. You'll make a mistake. You'll lose yourself. You'll reap karma. You'll find out that it's going to have psychological, mental, and spiritual damage. And then you're going to find out it's just straight out stupid and corrupt to do it. And it corrupts you as a total person. So, Carrie, what's the 5th one? Revenge accomplishes nothing. It is both fruitless and futile. It gets you nowhere. Revenge doesn't accomplish anything. I like this right here, what Jeremy Taylor said. Revenge is like a rolling stone, which when a man hath forced it up a hill, will return upon him with a greater vengeance and violence, and break the bones and the sinews that gave it motion. In other words, your plotting revenge is no different than taking this huge stone up a hill, and it rolls back and crushes you. I remember watching football, and some of you that are football people like me, you can attest to this, and I'm almost finished, guys. But have you ever watched a football game, and it's like they always say it's the second guy that gets caught. Like the lineman will throw a punch, and then the guy that gets hit throws a punch back, but the refs see the guy that threw the second punch, and he gets flagged and thrown out the game. But when they show the replay, it's the reaction of the second guy to the first guy action that got him in trouble. What are you saying, Carrie? It is fruitless for you to pay somebody back, because you're going to be the one that get in trouble, not them. And then when you try to explain to the police that he's taking you away what they did to you, they're saying you had a choice. Muhammad Ali was the greatest fighter that would get in your head. And I hear God saying this morning, a lot of you that are watching have allowed people to get into your head. Let me tell you what God just told me. Thank you, God. He said, get your girlfriends and your boyfriends and your guys and get them out of your head. Get your family out of your business. Because the more people you get in your business, the more bad advice you get. I said, I keep nobody want to talk to me. You telling your girlfriend, Gary, he did this to me and he did that to me. And she ain't got nobody, right? She don't have nobody, but she telling you, girl, he don't deserve you. You need to cut him off. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But she really wants you to be miserable like she is because misery loves company. So what you do is listen to someone who ain't got nobody. And what they do is have you in the same crew with nobody. When you could have worked it out privately with God in forgiveness. But now you have no choice but to move on because you done put too many people in your business. Somebody don't want to see. I want the 5 real people that to talk to me and say, Carrie, you tell me the truth, because I had to make some decisions I really didn't want to because I put people in my business. When you put family in your business, now family has an opinion and family think they know you. All right. And they start telling you stuff. Oh, you know what? See, I didn't raise you this way. That's what's wrong. You raised me with a programming that got me in trouble. See, some of you need to ditch your programming and be renewed and reprogrammed with a mind of common sense, patience, and trust in God. All right? The 5 biggest mistakes. Number 1, you lose your authenticity. Number 2, karma never loses an address. You reap what you sow. Number 3, it's psychological, spiritual, and physical damage to you. Number 4, you sabotage everything around you and it corrupts you. And then number 5, it is fruitless. It accomplished nothing but puts you back at the beginning of the line and gets you exposed. Isn't it funny that somebody can cuss at you, but the moment you cuss, they say, I thought you were saved. I thought you knew God. Wait a minute, what happened? Because they didn't catch the other guy that just cussed you out. They caught you cussing them back out. Let's see, what's the use of doing it? It's fruitless. Let me feel good for the moment, but then I feel like crap afterward because I let you get me out of my comfort. I allow you to get me out of my element. And let me say this to you as we get ready to bring this thing home. I want to give you now what you should do. All right? Here we go. Number 1, the next time you want to revenge on someone, put it towards your goals. So we'll give you three real quick solutions. You got the 5 biggest problems. Here are 3 solutions to what you should do when you want revenge. Number 1, take that energy and put it towards your goals. In other words, if I want to be an entrepreneur, and you have hurt me and said I'll be nothing without you, instead of me wanting to pay you back, I'm gonna work twice as hard to be successful and reach my goals. Because you know what? It's that energy can either go to success or it can go to foolishness. I found my 5 biggest mistakes in trying to get revenge. Let me take the 3 reasons to be successful. Put it towards my goal. Work day in, work day out. You know what? Right now, I may be in an apartment where I was in an 8-bedroom house, but you know what? I'm going to work my tail off because next time God raises me up, I'll buy not just an 8-bedroom, but I may get a 10, 12-bedroom. I may buy the mansion. I may buy the subdivision. I may just buy the apartment complex I live in. Why? Because you know what? The best success is massive revenge. Massive revenge, the best revenge is massive success, excuse me. So the best revenge you can give someone is massive success. I didn't say success, massive success. The second reason is put it towards hustling to get what you want. What are my hustlers that out here that know that you know how to get out there and make it happen? That you have been given the gift of hustle. That you're not lazy, that you know that it takes work to accomplish what you want to get to. So you bust your tail day in and day out. While everybody else is out at the mall, you're sitting at home coming up with another business idea. You're at home coming up with another plan of how to be successful. And you're hustling your butt off to get it. You're making phone calls. You're taking chances. Where are you at today? Because they carry you talking good. You're taking chances to be successful because God doesn't just give it to you. You got to work for it. and then take that energy and put it towards growth, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Grow stronger in your spirit. Grow stronger physically. Go to the gym. Get in shape. You won't listen. You want to really mess somebody up? Get fine. Get fine. Somebody said, "Carrie, you look different." What happened? I wanted a different hairstyle. I wanted to change my look. I wanted to make myself look better. So every time you see me, you go, "God darn it, I had that." Well, you sure did, but you couldn't handle it. And it's okay. It's okay. I don't wish well. I don't wish bad upon anybody. I wish you well. But what makes people hurt more is when they can look at you and see you smile. Because people remember what they did to you. Oh, don't think they don't. They remember what they did to you. And then one day, when you're at your height, the highest of your height, they're going to come to you and say, "Will you please forgive me?" And by that time, God has dealt with you because you didn't feed all that negative energy. You fed it towards success. You fed it towards being successful and powerful, your goals and your hustle. Now you can say, "I forgive you." You know why? Because I realized that had you not did what you did to me, I would have not reached what I needed to reach, because that anger actually fueled my passion of success. Oh my God, I got to get out of here. But what you did to me, yeah, it was wrong. God, no, it was wrong. But instead of me wanting you to be paid back, I took that anger and I put it in my business. I put it in my ministry. I put it in the movement. I put it in my life. I put it in my success. I put it in my looks. And I made this beautiful image that God wanted. And now he's got it on display. And what hurts somebody worse is when your hurtful person or that enemy see you on side of a billboard, or see you going down the street on the side of a bus, or turn on the television and see you on a commercial going, "God darn it, that could have been me." And you don't have to walk around and gloat. I don't gloat about anything. All I do is just live. All I do is just wake up, wash my face, fix my hair, brush my teeth, and the glow, or they call it the glow up, it just happens. People say it's something about you. You look different. What is it about you? It's the glow up. It's the glow up. And I want you guys listening right now to take a deep breath. Come on. And say, "God, I release them." We're going to close. Whoever you're holding on to right now, I need you to say, "God, I release them. I release the situation. I release the payback that I'm waiting for them to get. I release my anger. I release it right now, because this message spoke directly to me to get me to see that I must let it go and take that energy and put it towards my own success." The greatest revenge in life is massive success. And so come on. I want you to write on the screen, "Today I release them." You don't have to call any name. Just put it like that. Today I release them. Today I release them. I release any expectation of payback. I release it all right now, because it is not worth what God has for me. So I make a conscious decision right now to release them. Payback, gone. Revenge, gone. Sitting on the sideline, waiting for them to get that phone call, gone. I'm just going to live with the life that God has gave me. I'm going to rediscover who I am. I'm going to focus on my success that God has for me. And I am going to make a choice to live. Today, I release them. Come on, type it on that screen. I love it. Somebody, every one of you, you're writing it. I love it. Come on, Instagram. I need you to type it on the screen. Today, I release them. I want you to write this out, and I want you to let it go. One of the reasons why we do forgiveness letters in our healing classes is because it takes away power from the thought, and it puts it on paper, and we release it. All right. I don't want you making the 5 biggest mistakes of wanting revenge. I want you to be successful. So today, as we already close, I release them. Let's pray. Father God, I glorify you for our YouTube and Instagram viewers, those that are watching live and those that will watch in replay. God, I can be honest and say I have made these 5 biggest mistakes in wanting revenge. But God, you taught me that vengeance is truly yours. And you do know how to repay better than I ever could repay. And so today, God, with this message, I pray that those that are watching will hear truly what the Spirit is saying to the body and release those who they're waiting for vengeance to happen to. It's not worth the attention. It's not worth the time. And all of that energy needs to go inward to our goals, to our hustle, to our projects, to the very things, God, that you have ordained for us to be. You told us that all things work together for our good, so we're going to let it work for our good, not our bad, our good. And God, I thank you that today is the beginning of a new life for those that are receiving and accepting this message and are releasing them from being hostage. We give up the ransom that we asked for, and we release the hostages today. This we pray, and God, we trust you to do just what you said you would do. Amen. And if you believe that prayer with me, and if you feel as though, Carrie, you hit it on the head, I am going to let go of those who have hurt me. That is the title right there, The 5 Biggest Problems with Revenge and How Not to React. I hope that that message has blessed you today. As we get ready, I'm just going to get this link up for you guys. I hope that you have enjoyed it. And so I want you to now, let's raise an offering because we're doing some great things here. If you have a prayer request or you just want to write me and say, Carrie, this message blessed me, contact me at this email address. Okay, you ready? It is connect, CONNECT, connect at thewaylifecenter.com. Again, connect at thewaylifecenter.com. Again, I'll give it to you again, connect at thewaylifecenter.com. I want to hear from you. I want you to write me and let me know how this has blessed you. Many of you write me weekly, and I'm thankful for that. But if this message has blessed you today, I want you to write me and let me know how it blessed you, okay? All right. So let's raise an offering today. Let's raise an offering. You can go to our PayPal link. It's up on the screen. Or those of you that are here on YouTube, it's on the screen. Instagram, you can go to the Cash App, which is, and I'll see, let me put it on real quick, guys. Give me a second. I want to put this on so you can get it. If you want to sow a seed today, that's where you can do it at on Instagram, The Way Life Center, $ The Way Life Center. YouTube, you have the link up right there where you can go to our PayPal, or you can go to the link for Cash App, which is the $ The Way Life Center. And listen, guys, so many great things we're doing here. There's so many great things that your offerings has helped, your seeds have helped us to do with purchasing video equipment, software, lighting. We have some great things we're getting ready to release. We have some workshops that are coming up, coming in May. For those of you that are interested in our Dating Plus Soulmate workshop, if you're saying, listen, I need to know how to date and I need to know how to get the proper soulmate, we're having the workshop coming up in May. Stay tuned for that. We want to make sure you get into that. It's going to be a 4-night process, or either we're going to do nights or weeks. They're going to do 4 nights to get it out the way. But it's called Dating and Soulmate. It's how to find your soulmate and how to properly date and vet. It's important. So stay tuned for that. We're also getting ready for a course that is coming up on self-esteem. My God, that is going to be a great one on self-esteem. And then there's other courses. One that we're writing up is called Religious Detox. And that's going to be a great one as well. And then we're going to write another course that's coming up on marriage and divorce. We have a divorce course, which is very much needed. And so stay tuned for all that we're doing here. All right. So there's some great things coming up this year. All right. So again, if you will sow seeds, you can go to the $ The Way Life Center, the Cash App, and on Instagram. There it is for you. YouTube, you see it there. You can go to the PayPal, and you can also go to the Cash App link. All right. So God bless you. We're still working on getting some things right. So if my face look too bright, which it seems like it does, we're working on trying to get that solved and settled. So please take any technicalities that you're seeing and just, know that we're getting things worked out here. All right. YouTube is having a problem with the freezing, and it's known all the way around. So it's not just my broadcast, but it's happening on YouTube, and they're working behind the scenes to fix that. And that has a lot to do with the skin being shining like a Christmas tree. All right. So with that being said, I thank you for your support. I I thank you for your love. Again, please donate to the ministry, the movement. Go to the $ The Way Life Center on Cash App, or you have our PayPal account that's up there. We thank you. Again, write me, connect@thewaylicecenter.com. I want to hear from you guys. I really do. All right, so I got to go. I love you much, YouTube, Instagram. Thank you for your support. Guys, have a wonderful Sunday. Share this message with somebody. Send this link to them so they don't make the 5 biggest problems in wanting revenge, but they can truly understand that God has greatness for them. All right. Have a wonderful Sunday. Blessings and abundance, guys. Talk to you later. Take care now. Bye-bye.